Have you ever felt like you're the only one wandering through a vast desert of solitude, searching for answers but finding only silence? What if I told you that this loneliness is not just a burden, but a crucial stepping stone on your path to profound connection? Join me as we embark on a journey exploring the heart of spiritual loneliness and uncover how it can ultimately lead us to the community we've been craving. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not often discussed, yet deeply felt by many: the loneliness that accompanies spiritual growth. It's an experience filled with highs and lows, illuminated moments, and dark nights of the soul. If you've ever caught yourself questioning your journey or feeling isolated in your quest for understanding, this conversation is for you. But here's the twist. As we unravel the layers of this loneliness, I'll share some eye-opening insights that may change the way you view your own journey. We'll explore not just the pain of feeling alone, but also the incredible opportunities for connection that lie waiting to be discovered. So stick around until the end, because you won't want to miss the surprising revelation that could redefine how you see your spiritual journey. So let's take a closer look at why this loneliness occurs and how we can start to shift that feeling into something more uplifting. The isolation of awakening. One of the most frustrating things about spiritual growth is that it can often feel like a very isolating experience. When you start to see the world differently, you begin to notice things that others may overlook. It can feel like you're awake while everyone else is still asleep, wandering through a dream. The visions, feelings, and realizations that fill your mind may feel so profound. Yet, when you share them with others, their blank stares can make you feel like you're shouting into a void. But what does this loneliness really mean? It's a sense that your path is unique and that others just don't understand. You might find yourself sitting alone, contemplating the universe, wondering if anyone else feels this deep pull for answers. As we reflect on this isolation, we soon discover that it often leads us to confront another layer of complexity: self-doubt. Doubts on the journey. When we begin to address these feelings of isolation, one of the hardest aspects we face in this space is the uncertainty that creeps in about our own journey. Loneliness can become a breeding ground for this uncertainty. You might start wondering if you're just making it all up in your head. Are you genuinely onto something profound? Or are you simply lost in the wilderness of your own thoughts? As we face these challenging moments, it's all too easy to feel inadequate, as though we're not good enough or that we're not doing it right. None of us want to feel like we're underwater, struggling while everyone else seems to be sailing smoothly alongside us. And herein lies the dilemma. In seeking deeper truths, we often feel like we're rising above the noise of daily life. Yet this elevation can create a rift, making us feel increasingly distant from others. But what if we chose to shift our perspective? Instead of viewing this growing distance as a division, we could recognize it as a powerful opportunity for introspection and self-discovery. Self-discovery amidst isolation. When we're on the spiritual path, we often hear people tell us to let go of our ego, to release our attachment to the material world, and to focus on our inner journey. Yet sometimes this focus can lead to an ironic consequence. It means allowing ourselves to detach from our connections with others. This could leave us feeling isolated and alone, as if we're climbing a mountain while everyone else is grounded below. There were times on my journey when I felt like I was the only one grappling with confusion, fear, and doubt. It's in those moments of solitude that the inner critic can become the loudest voice. Yet, as we navigate through those challenging emotions, we begin to uncover a deeper truth about our experience. The power of facing loneliness. One of the surprising reasons behind the prominence of loneliness in the spiritual journey is that it forces us to look inward. When we're not seeking validation or comfort from our relationships or achievements, we must find answers and a sense of self within. This exploration can be daunting. After all, facing ourselves, our darker feelings, fears, and insecurities is rarely an easy task. But here's the kicker. When we're willing to embrace that loneliness, we often find that it's not just about us. In fact, this journey inward reveals a profound truth. We are not as isolated as we may think. In essence, we're all navigating similar experiences and feelings, even if they look different on the surface. Let's discuss how this understanding can transform our perspective as we move into recognizing that we are far from alone in our struggles. With this newfound understanding of connection, it becomes clear that vulnerability plays a crucial role in transforming our loneliness into meaningful relationships. Building connections through vulnerability. So, how can we turn our loneliness into connection? One powerful way is through vulnerability. It's not easy to share your struggles or the moments when you feel lost, but doing so can create bridges to others who may be experiencing similar loneliness. When we share our stories, the difficulties that keep us up at night, the moments of doubt that creep in, we invite others to do the same. Suddenly, we find ourselves in conversation with those who have felt isolation in their own journeys, and what was once a lonely desert transforms into a bustling community. Take a moment to consider this. Have you ever opened up to someone and found that they felt the same way? It's like a light bulb moment that reminds us we are not islands in a sea of despair. We are part of a network of hearts beating together in vulnerability. Now, let's delve into some practical steps we can take to foster these connections. Steps to cultivate connection on the spiritual path. Join a community. Whether it's a local meditation group, a yoga class, or an online forum, finding community is crucial. Look for spaces where you can express yourself freely and discover others on similar paths. Share your story. You don't have to stand on a stage to share your experience. Sometimes, just reaching out to a friend or writing it down in a journal can open doors to understanding and connection. Listen actively. Engage with others and listen to their stories. You'll quickly realize that everyone has challenges and triumphs. By validating their experiences, you foster deeper connections. Practice empathy. It's easy to feel alone, but recognizing that others walk beside you with their struggles can diminish feelings of isolation. A simple act of kindness or understanding can reinforce the bonds we share. Create your own space. If you can't find a space that resonates with you, why not create one? Start a book club, a spiritual discussion group, or even a blog where you can share your journey and invite others to contribute. As we begin to take these steps, we also discover something else that's vital to our spiritual journey: the transformative power of shared experiences. One of the greatest gifts of community is the realization that shared experiences can be incredibly transformative. When we connect with others, it's not just about finding companionship, it's about growth, mutual understanding, and acceptance. We find support in our darkest hours, and we celebrate each other's victories. Here's an example to illustrate. Imagine you're climbing a mountain alone, feeling every ache and pain. Now picture a group of fellow climbers nearby, some encouraging you to keep going, others sharing tips or laughter, and some simply offering a hand when you stumble. The climb becomes less daunting, and as you collectively reach the summit, the joy is magnified. Embracing togetherness in spirituality. As we journey through life, it's important to remember that loneliness is a natural part of our path, but it does not define who we are. Every significant shift in our understanding can feel isolating, leaving us yearning for connection. Yet it's essential to recognize that these feelings are fleeting. Just as clouds cannot hold back the sun for long, our feelings of solitude can and will disperse as we open our hearts and re engage with the world around us. So, if you're feeling lonely on your spiritual journey right now, take heart in knowing that you are not alone. You are part of a vast, interconnected community, a collective of souls, all navigating their unique paths. By courageously sharing your challenges, triumphs, and experiences, you will find that loneliness gradually fades, replaced by the warmth of genuine connection with others. This journey may feel daunting at times, but remember, your light has the power to illuminate the paths of others. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the loneliness that can accompany a spiritual path. Each time you feel that pang of separation, remind yourself of the beautiful community that exists, even if it feels unseen. If you found value in today's discussion, I kindly invite you to like and subscribe. By doing so, you're not only supporting this channel, but also contributing to a greater message of connection and understanding. Together, we can foster a space where everyone feels welcome to share their stories and support one another. Once again, thank you for being part of this conversation. If you'd like to dive deeper into the topic of connectedness in spirituality, be sure to check out my next video. And please don't hesitate to share your personal experiences with loneliness and spiritual growth in the comments below. Let's uplift and support one another on this beautiful and sometimes bumpy journey called life. Until next time, keep shining your light and reaching out. You never know who might need to see it.